Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Wild Arms 2. When we last left off, we were going to do this. Palace Village. I don't know why, but I just got the urge for some pizza. Well, I probably know why. I haven't had pizza in forever. Meet Lilka. She is pretty much your main spellcaster for the game. She's definitely one of the more flexible spellcasters. She's not the only spellcaster you get in this game. Unlike the first game, you actually get more than 3 party members in your party, which I'm going to go ahead and spoil that now. In fact, you can actually pick out who's going to join your party, because whenever you name someone and they have a portrait next to their name, that person will end up joining your party at some point. But Lilka is a crest sorceress, just like Cecilia from the first game. She works pretty much the same way in learning new abilities. You find crests in chests, you go to a magic shop, bind 2 elements together, it creates a spell. Although she doesn't have all the same spells that Cecilia had in the first game. For example, Cecilia had a level 1 spell that was non-elemental. Lilka doesn't have that, which is rather annoying because Saber was very powerful in the first game for a long time. And then, of course, she can heal. Although in this game, her heal spells can only hit 1 person, which is very annoying. She doesn't learn any multi-target healing spells. She only learns single-target healing spells. Lilka is pretty much the, I guess, comic relief character. Although she does have a few serious moments. By and large, she kinda is rather silly. She also has severe, I guess, confidence issues would be the best way to describe it. Which I guess is understandable because of the fact that she is kind of a really clumsy spellcaster, and then you got her older sister, who is like this legendary, very famous crest sorceress. So she's got kind of a complex when it comes to her big sis. Well, anyway, welcome to the place I hate most in this game. Not this visit, we actually come back here later on in the game, but I hate this place. I really do. I really just hate this place. Lilka's starting tool is the fire rod. Unlike the other people, she actually starts with it in her inventory. Now, one thing I like about the 3 introductions is, if you think about it, they each introduce 3 separate aspects of the game. Ashley's introduces, dungeons and such, and the kind of puzzles that you will typically find in those dungeons. Brad's introduces the world map and kind of outdoor dungeons. And Lilka introduces a lot of the problem solving. Alright, now, if you go forward, it loops back around over here, and you end up going through this one anyway. So we want to go this way. There are random battles in here, by the way, and Lilka can die very easily, so be very careful. And she has 3 spells to start off with. Let's see. She starts off with Flame, Freeze, and Heal. Do not be afraid to use her heal prodigiously. It's very important to her survival. Let's talk a little bit about Lilka and her stats. Lilka is actually the second fastest character you get in her party. She is not the best mage you get. Although her spells can do quite a bit of damage, there are actually, for damage purposes, there are people that get more sorcery than her. However, she is fairly sturdy for a mage. In fact, of the mages you get in your party, she is the most physically powerful. She has the most HP. She has the highest vitality. And she is incredibly fast. She is the second fastest character in the game, and you can use that to your advantage in lots of different scenarios. So keep that in mind. She also gets the... I'm not going to say the widest range of spells, but she definitely gets a much wider range of spell than one of your other spellcasters. Let's see. Oops. Now, I talked about there being no... Oh, crap. Yeah, I want to defend here. I talked about there being no MP in this game. There isn't. Just like the bayonet attacks, just like the heavy arms, you have to have a set amount of FP to use an ability. Now, for all of the regular battles in here, I actually suggest you defend until you have enough FP to use an attack spell, and then kind of go all out. These blue books are the most dangerous enemies in here. Not necessarily for their spells, but their physical attacks can do like 22 points of damage. If they end up showing up with another enemy, and they don't always show up by themselves. If they end up showing with another enemy, you can very quickly end up dying, especially if they catch you without your HP full. So, in this scenario, I typically am very cautious, and if Lilka takes a lot of damage like I just did, I will use a heal berry to fill her HP back up after a battle. Let me turn this screen around. Alright. One of the reasons I hate this place so much is it's just really easy to fall off. Dashing is really a bad idea in this place, but I do it anyway. Another blue book. But for fighting that guy, I got to level 2, which is nice. Should have a bit of an easier time now. In case you're wanting to complete the bestiary in this game, do note that all the enemies in here are one-time find-ems. In this introductory sequence, if you miss any of them, you cannot come back and get them. There are a few enemies like that in the game, although not many. I'm not going to be completing the bestiary because you get nothing for it, and it's really, really annoying to do. So I really don't want to do it. Alright. Raise that. That. Dead end. This right way. Alright, stand here and... Like I said, I don't like this place very much, but I do like the fact that they kind of get you used to the fact of a dungeon with lots of puzzle interaction. Because there are some dungeons like this. You go this way. Another one of those stupid blue books. And, of course, I wasn't standing on that when I... Right. Okay, then. Let's see. Yep. Up we go. There's really not much to talk about currently. I've gone over most of the in-game stuff. And I can't really think of anything else that needs to be said that won't come up later. Oh, I know. I know something I can talk about. I just finished beating Back to the Future, the game. I bought it way back in December. It was like 10% off if you buy it that day or something. It wasn't out. Remember this, by the way. The blue goes up 3 high. That's very important to remember. But anyway, I bought Back to the Future like way back in December. It's a monthly release adventure game by Telltale Games, if you don't know what it is. They also did, they've done a couple of seasons of Sam & Max, and then they did another Monkey Island game. Red 1. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. And if you didn't know, if you had pre-purchased the game or bought the game at all... Okay, 3. Alright, so I don't need to look at the last one. I know what it is. It's 2. They released the last episode today. Not today, day before yesterday? I beat it today. Let's see, this is 1. This one's 3. This one's 3. And this one's 2. And that is the solution to this puzzle. Not too bad. And I got to say, overall, I mean, okay, episode 1 was kind of average in terms of story. Episode 2 was downright boring. Episode 3 was really good and awesome. Episode 4 started off really awesome, and then it went back down to average. Episode 5, though, was really good, and overall, taking the whole thing into consideration, it was a very well-paced game.